Here's the thing. A lot of times we pray when we're going through some stuff, we pray to God that God removes the obstacle that stands in our way. And a lot of times that prayer is granted that the obstacle will be removed or, there will be a pathway shown how to get around the obstacle. But here's the problem. We're so focused on praying on the obstacle, we often find ourselves back in the same situations because many people don't pray to change them. I have been through a lot of things in my life and, every couple months or every other year, I find myself back in that same situation. So now what I'm understanding is because I have been praying the wrong prayer. I've been praying that God removes the obstacles and not God change me. When you pray for God to change you, when that obstacle arises, you already know how to maneuver. And I do you one step even further. When you ask for God to change you, you don't find that same obstacle anymore. See, the easiest thing in life is to blame. You can find yourself in situations and you're always blaming the situation. You're always blaming the other person. They're always doing this. They're always doing this, that, and the other, whatever the case may be. But the root of the problem is you. And a lot of times it's hard to actually look in the mirror and say, I am the problem. I am doing X, Y, and Z wrong. I remember back in the day, my grandmother used to always pray the song, I just can't give up now. And this generation, a lot of people think that that's Mary Mary's song, but no, that's an old song. But I remember she used to play this song all the time. And when I was young, I used to be like, man, I'm tired of hearing this song. But as I grew, that song meant more to me than anything. So now, in my age now, it means everything to me because the song says, I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy, but I don't believe you brought me this far to leave me. Now, here's the thing. I don't believe God brings anybody this far to leave you, but you got to do your part. Back in the day, we didn't have Google. We didn't have all of that other type of stuff, right? So when we had a problem, if you really believe, you went straight to God. You fall down on your knees and you went straight to God. Now we got Google, we got Chat PT, we got all of this other type of stuff. And that has become your God because that's the first thing that you do. You got a little ailment in your body. You go to medical, you know what I'm saying? Medical WMD, and you trying to diagnose yourself. But back in the day, you had a problem in your body. You went to the church, you went to the pastor, you went within yourself, your prayer closet, and you prayed to God. But now there's so many options. God is the last one to fulfill them. We run to God as the last solution. We didn't went to your friends. We didn't went to this, that, and other. And here's the thing. Whoever you go to first is where you think your power lies. See, when you have an issue and you run to your friends, you're putting all the onus in your friends. And God is a jealous God. So you have a problem, you always picking up the phone, let me call such and such and such and such. No, the first thing you need to do is you need to go to God. Because that's where the answer lies. Whatever you run to, you think is your power source. So I'm just saying all of this morning because I'm growing through some things, and that's how I know that God is moving. If you ever find yourself stagnant, if you ever find yourself to where you think that there's no improvement that you can make within yourself, you're dead wrong. And I never want to be in that place to where God isn't challenging me. Every time God challenges me, I know that, okay, he has already prepared something better for me. I just got to get through this. So stop looking at rough times as just rough times. Sometimes God is saying, hey, listen, this is the final exam so I can move you on to the next. How you prepare for that exam is up to you. We are a culture we have been babied. I'm one of those people because like I said yesterday, I saw my grandfather praying every day and every night. My grandmother too. I saw that. So I got lazy in prayer because I knew that they had me. But see, sometimes God can remove you from certain things just to see, if you were taking notes to prepare for the final exam. I had to go all the way to Japan to start leaning on all the things that I had learned. I had to go all the way to Japan. So now I don't have the two people that I know prayed for me daily. But I thank God that I learned to pray for myself. Y'all have a blessed day.